Toronto, shit's fucked.
Is that what we're talking about? The Real Housewives of Alberta.
And Minnesota, don't you know?
We just can't shut the F up.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. We're all over halfway through July, and there's a big heat wave where I am. So it has been hot and muggy, which is really strange for Alberta. So not sure what's going on, but I'm sure you guys heard about the tornado that happened in Rocky Mountain House. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. But I mean, we do live in the tornado belt, so yeah, tornado season. So say hello in the chat if you're here. Sorry, the stream was set up super late today. I guess we were having problems with StreamYard, which is kind of a bitch because they pay a lot of money for StreamYard, and it's supposed to work all the time. Chantel is going to be a few minutes late because woman problems, of course, and that's it's par for the course. We never say we're professionals here. How is everybody's gardens coming in? Mine is finally starting to take off. It's been a cool and wet July. Well, June, and then a cool beginning of July, and now we're finally starting to get the heat. So all of my vegetables and everything that need the heat, they're doing really well. The squashes and the winter squashes, everything we store for the winter. The cucumbers, those are finally starting to actually cucumber. So I'm happy about that. The onions are onioning. Yeah. Yeah, I did onions from seed again this year, which in Canada is pretty hard because I start them in February from seed. So they sit in my house until the frost goes to like April, and then they go in the ground and they struggle. But I think, if onions struggle, they're going to be tastier. And hey, Freedom Canada, just in case everyone's wondering, Chantel will be here shortly. But to get everything started off, I know she's got a bunch of topics and everything like that of what she wants to talk about. But we're not going to get into that until she shows up because she's got a lot of really interesting information. There is another Amber Alert, Parker Wells. It's an Amber Alert that went out in Calgary. I actually did get the Amber Alert as well, and I'm quite a distance from Calgary. So that's pretty terrifying. We're going to talk about the Canada's wildfire crisis. So Ontario is on fire again, apparently, and we're choking out the U.S. So it's kind of nice to have our U.S. friends complaining about us because they remember we're up here. But the Ontario wildfires started really weird again. And I don't know if Chantel's going to talk about it, but do you all remember when it was in Quebec, when they had all those wildfires and there was the satellite imaging of the time lapse of when they started? And not to be a conspiracy theorist, but they all started really weird. So they started in a line. And then they just started kind of burning in a line down a road where people drive. So I'm sure somebody was chain smoking and they just kept throwing cigarettes out the window. Absolutely terrible. Don't burn down the trees. But these ones in Ontario, they started in the exact same manner, where they started in a line consecutively. And now Ontario's on fire. New York is under smoke inhalation advisory. There's a fire raging in BC, and I have family members that are, as of last night, on evacuation order. And the fire is now raging about 15 kilometers from where he is. So got the message. I told him, if you want to make the 5 or 6, 7 hour drive to come to mama's house, come to mama's house, because I'm mama to everybody. I've got a place to stay. I've offered it to Chantel as well. Come to mama's house. I'll take care of you. You got to help me take care of the chickens, though. And then, of course, more news on the week. And I know she has other topics. So when she eventually does show up, then we will discuss that. But to start us off this evening, let's say hi to everybody who's here. So Freedom Canada, nice to see you. Oh, tomatoes and potatoes. Awesome. Yeah, the potatoes are doing really well this year because of all the moisture and then now all the heat. So that's a good thing. Potatoes are awesome to grow because if you cure them properly, they store forever. And they reproduce themselves. You don't have to buy new potatoes every year. You can save some of your best potatoes off your best plants. Cut them up, let them calcify or seal off before you put them in the ground so they don't rot. Grow some more potatoes. So you always have potatoes. My potatoes are doing okay. They're out in the field garden, and they got a little choked out by thistles this year. So I think they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Strongest will survive. My tomatoes are doing fantastic this year. I think after I gave a bunch away, I still have 70 or 65 or 70 plants growing. Some are Roma, some are cherries, some are heirloom, big ones. I don't know what they are, grown from seed. So sometimes they cross-pollinate and create interesting, but they make great sauce. Freedom Canada, do you make sauce? Do you make tomato paste for yourself? That's one awesome way to keep those for a long period of time. And Bondi, hello, welcome. Thank you again for showing up. And Danny, Sherwood Park, you were a part of that huge windstorm that came through. That was insane. I hope everything's okay where you are. I know it shut down the airport for a bit. It shut down all the festivities that were happening in Edmonton. Like there was a food taste of Edmonton fucking festival, and there was some sort of art thing going on in a tent that they had to evacuate everyone for. So pretty scary, but that is summer in Alberta. That's just what we have to deal with. So for the first topic tonight, I don't know if you guys remember the 4th of July. There was a young lady who slapped a Trump supporter in New Jersey. And so this young lady, well, she's 33. She's young to me. This young lady wasn't an illegal from Canada. So that was big news. And I'll just share the quick video here I have of the slap. So I'm just going to get this queued up here. This grown-ass bitch slapped a child because she was wearing Trump stuff or ICE stuff. So this is TDS in its finest form. So here's the slap. Boom. This poor, like, look at that little kid. Just boom. Just a double hit too. Now, that just makes me sick. The future is slappy. But like I remember when I heard about the slap that was heard across North America, and this woman suffered from Trump derangement syndrome so bad that a little girl, a child, that was wearing blue shorts, and I think she had on an ICE t-shirt or something supporting ICE. This woman decided that she needed to punish this child for being supportive of her government and of what the government was doing. So she chose violence. Well, bitch got arrested. Of course she did. And then it turns out that she was detained by ICE. And I'm not an American, not my country. Do what you want with your own country. But ICE has been around since there were borders in the United States. And under President Obama, they deported millions of illegals. And I remember Hillary Clinton, I'm old, I remember Hillary Clinton talking about how proud she was of ICE for ridding America of illegals, people who were coming into the country and draining resources, et cetera, et cetera. So I remember when the Democrats would do that stuff because they wanted to retain the social services for the American citizens, which maybe, kind of. Oh, like this. Wonder how many girls she tried to slap in the ICE detention center. Probably all of them. All the slaps. All the slapping. But isn't that a woman thing to do? Isn't that a woman thing to do? Just go up and try to slap somebody. Anyway, it escalated because, of course, this young lady, she slapped a child. So that's child endangerment, assault and battery on a child. Like that's not a good charge to get as an adult, to actually have abused a child that's not your fucking own child. And so she was arrested, and then they found out that her visitor's visa, or whatever visa she had expired in 2024. She entered during Biden's administration and, of course, was offered residency. She got married to this incredibly masculine young man. So I've got this here of her incredibly masculine, high T husband who's trying to protect her.
My wife is being detained by ICE. She's in Ocean County Jail right now, and I can't get a hold of her. She keeps trying to call me, but they won't let me put money on her card. The kiosk in the Toms River jail is broken, and all the numbers and stuff they gave me wasn't right or wouldn't allow me to put money on her card. And ICE is coming there to pick her up. I need an immigration lawyer. I need help. I don't know what to do. I don't have any money. I'm so fucking broke. But I got to figure something out. I got to save her. I need help. I need you to figure out. I don't know. This just happened. My wife is being detained.
Oh, stop that guy fucking whining. So she gets arrested and thrown in jail. They check her ID, and ID is, oh shit, she's a Canadian illegal. And then so they're like, hey, ICE, come and get this bitch. ICE is like, cool, we got you. And so they show up, and this guy went on social media begging for support of their followers and their fans and all that, their social media following. And it went viral that this poor guy's wife, for some reason, was arrested. Who knows why? He doesn't explain why. And then he's crying because ICE is now coming to take her away. And he doesn't explain why. And when the story finally came out, what is this, like 15 days later? Yeah, it's because she slapped a child. And that's assault on a minor. A battery? Battery is when you make contact. So battery on a minor. And so she gets arrested for that. Cool. And then she gets thrown in jail. They check her ID. She's illegal. So ICE gets called. He doesn't explain any of that. So the GoFundMe that he started to help support him with an immigration lawyer got shut down because it was a criminal doing criminal activities. So just it makes me laugh because as a Canadian, I'd rather her stay down there and not come up to Canada. But I think she's from Ontario or from the east, so cool. She can go live out there. She probably doesn't even want to set foot in Alberta because we're all redneck racists or whatever. Let's see. So I got some other here of my friend. And then, of course, this is the American news reporting on this, which I find hilarious.
I need help. I don't know what to do. My wife is being detained by ICE. She's in Ocean County Jail right now, and I can't get a hold of her. She keeps trying to call me, but they won't let me put money on her card. The kiosk in the Toms River jail is broken, and all the numbers and stuff they gave me wasn't right or wouldn't allow me to put money on her card. And ICE is coming there to pick her up. I need an immigration lawyer. I need help. I don't know what to do. I don't have any money. I'm so fucking broke. But I gotta figure something out. I gotta save her. I need help. I need you to figure out. I don't know. This just happened. I need help. I need my wife. I don't want her to get hurt. I don't want to see her get. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Yesterday, July 13th, my wife was detained by ICE and brought to Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey. My wife is a Canadian citizen and I'm an American citizen. We've been married for a little over 3 years, and I'm just doing anything I can to get her story heard and bring any help and attention to her situation so that I can get her released, even if that means back to Canada. I don't care what your opinions are of me or the situation. That's kind of irrelevant. All that matters is her safety and her well-being. And to all the people who want to spread rumors and misinformation, I hope you find peace one day, but you are vile.
I need help. I don't.
Sorry. I'm sorry. So this guy is apparently a big TikToker, and when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, he did reels and TikToks and multiple videos of how happy he was that the literal Christo fascist was eliminated and all that stuff, the transphobe, and he was just so happy that this guy was murdered. And now he's trying to appeal to everybody who's got Trump derangement syndrome, that it's evil, wicked, bad Trump that took his wife from him. I'm like, dude, number one, your wife was in the country illegally. She overstayed her welcome, her visa. So therefore she's breaking the law. She's an illegal. And then she takes it upon herself to assault a child. Sorry, assault and batter a child, to actually harm a minor. You think this is okay? I don't care about the illegal stuff. Like, you don't harm a child. So, oh yeah, I love that. It's like, you guys who are talking about how she slapped a child and she's in the country illegally. You guys are vile. What did Trudeau call that? Malinformation. So you remember, there's the disinformation, there's the misinformation, and then there's malinformation. And disinformation, of course, is something that you're spreading that you think is true, but it's actually not, but you innocently are spreading it because you don't know any better. Misinformation is it's wrong and you spreading it. And then malinformation is something that is correct and true, but it harms people. So you really shouldn't be talking about it. Kind of like statistics and FBI crime reports, etc. Yeah, KJV. Oh, and I did see up here, good evening. Thank you for showing up. Yes, Rocky's coming tonight. She is a little bit late. She should be here in about 10 or so minutes. I'm just kind of holding down the fort until she gets here because, well, we're female and we don't like to show up on time. So, and yeah, Von D, you noticed that? They're supposedly super broke, but yet they're going to a 4th of July celebration and they're going to a New York Yankees game fully decked out in the gear. I mean, that shit's not cheap. And those tickets are not cheap either. And they looked like they had fairly good seats. So I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, you're broke and you can't afford $1 million immigration lawyer, but I don't think an immigration lawyer is going to get you out of assault and battery on a minor. And I don't think it's going to get you out of overstaying a visa and, committing a crime. So, and I remember seeing something, that's what kind of triggered my thought process on this, is that she was on CBC News. There was another Canadian woman that was last year that at the airport was detained because her visa was fucked up. So she traveled to the States, overstayed, was trying to get back into Canada, I think. And there was something wrong with her paperwork. Her visa was messed up. So she was detained by ICE. Now, the onus is on the traveler to have the correct paperwork to stay or visit the country that they're occupying. And the fact that you don't have the correct or current documentation to be in the country is not Evil Bad Trump's fault. It's not Evil Bad ICE fault. It's your fucking fault. I'm sorry. Just being mean. Now. Just because she's got a nose ring doesn't mean that she's hideous. Yeah, the Yankees jacket that she was wearing is at least $300. So, I mean, they've got credit. If they put it on the credit cards, or they took out a payday loan or something to deck themselves out in extremely expensive gear. So I look at this left-right paradigm, and I look at what the left is doing, the people with the huge Trump derangement syndrome, and then the retards on the right that just can't think clearly. And it drives me crazy that everything's so effing polarized. Like, you look at we've talked about it before, the AI data centers, and when Chantal shows up later, she has some information on the AI data centers. The one that's in Olds, which is the big story, that one, it's a shit show. And I don't know if you guys know about it, but TLDR, it's extremely shady how the town council rezoned the area, got the rubber stamp for rezoning agricultural land to light industrial use, magically right before Synapse did their application, without an environmental impact report done. It was pushed through and approved without public input on it. No one knows where the money's coming from. It's supposed to be a $10 billion project. No one knows where the money's coming from. The investors that are building this are two guys that nobody knows that started a company in February right before the application was approved. Town council shuffled it through. It's ridiculous. It seems like a huge money laundering project that is going to destroy people's property values, lives, homes, comfort, quality of life. It's right across the street from people's homes. Anyhow, Janice Irwin, who is a political figure here in Alberta, and I'm sure you all know her as the NDP Buddy Holly. She's a vile human being that is extremely pro LGBTQIA plus to us whatever we say now. Oh, the MMIW 2S LGBTQIA++, I think. Anyway, she's a huge representation of the alphabet community. She's against this for climate change environmental reasons. Cool. How many people, like, we need more people to be talking about this on both aisles, both sides of the aisle. There are conservatives that are extremely anti AI data center, especially this one in Olds, because this one is messed up. You guys, if you feel like doing some research, just look into the it's little town big data. She's been covering this far better than I could ever tell you. She's goes into the details. They're making a documentary now, apparently, and she's dug into the details of when this was approved, who did the paperwork. She does a really fun breakdown of the public declaration and the information packages that went out that looked like they were done by a 10th grader the night before the PowerPoint presentation was due at school. It's insane. Now, if we could bring people together, that would be fantastic. All of us that are kind of floating around in the center, even if the crazy left-wing people can see that there's something wrong here, maybe the crazy right-wing people can come together. I don't know. Chantal would be like, no, you can't listen to anything that the left says. They're all evil. But she's not here to defend herself. So she better hurry up and show up. Let's see. The productive AIs are going to outcompete the peasants for energy. Unfortunately for Ottawa, there's loads of natural gas in Alberta. That's the other thing, is it's very interesting where they're locating the data centers, and it's very interesting the sites that they have chosen, and it's very interesting that our current provincial government doesn't see a problem with it. They're like, especially with Olds and Olds Mayor and Olds Town Council, I'm just speculating. This is all my opinion, but there were some palms greased, and there are people on that council that may perhaps allegedly be making a lot of money off of this. It feels that way. And if I'm wrong, cool, I'm wrong. And if I'm not, then I called it. But it feels greasy. Do you guys know what I mean? Just feels greasy. But look up Little Town Big Data. She does social media on all of the platforms. I think she has a TikTok, a Facebook. I think they have a YouTube channel. Her and her partner, husband, boyfriend, whatever, they're doing a documentary on everything they found, because they've dug deep into this, and it is insane. Oh, I don't know if I should read this, but the Ottawa, a very, very respectable lesbian city councillor and pronouns they, them MPP was triggered because the Samaritan's Purse is cleaning out a widow's flooded basement because Christians' beliefs are violence and put alphabet folk at risk. Can't we just help people? Like, can't we just all get along? Like, Jesus help us. So I know we talked about, here we got your spelling. Your spelling correction. I gotcha. Yeah, can't we just, oh my God. I've been on this planet for a long time, and there's always been a political divide, and there's, don't talk about politics or religion because you could offend somebody. And I grew up at the birth of political correctness. You couldn't say the word retard when someone's being stupid. You couldn't say whatever. And it became a way of policing your language. And it started out with the few really bad words, and then it escalated to, you couldn't say Indian, you have to say native. But native became derogatory. And then you couldn't say native, you had to say indigenous, I think was next. And then you had to say, like, it just continues and continues and continues till the point where you can't talk, because your thought processes can't be digested and then come out your mouth, because it has to go through another layer of, is this okay to say, or am I going to get in trouble? Now, with Bill C-9 coming out, there are legal ramifications with what could be misconstrued as hate speech. So the laws are already in effect in Canada. You can't call for violence. You can't spew hatred, I guess the way that they put it. You can't spew hatred against a certain group, like a defined group of people. But my question is, what is the definition of spew hatred? What's the definition of that? Is it that lady's Christian, so she spews hatred against the LGBTQ people, so therefore she should be thrown in jail? I don't know if you guys know what's going on in the UK right now, but they arrest more people for social media posts than they do for, let's say, child grooming and abducting young girls and putting them into sex slavery. So it's worse to say mean, possibly hurtful things than it is to harm children. Now, that's why I liked that story from the United States with the lady that slapped the child because she had the wrong political ideas in her eyes, and then she's being deported back to Canada. So, let's see. Yeah, that's why we are in the mess we're in, Siska. 100%. That's because they remove a word. Everyone's like, yeah, that's kind of mean. And then we don't say it anymore because we have empathy. We don't want to hurt other people's feelings. That's until Messerschmitt gets here. He doesn't give a crap. But you kind of police yourself a little bit. It's like, oh, that's kind of hurtful. It's like if your sister's husband dies and she's grieving and she's very hurt. You kind of police yourself a little bit because you love your sister and you want to make sure she's okay, and you don't want to bring up things that are going to relive memories. We have empathy for other people, and they use that against us. Now, this is a result of a feminized society. We need more people like Messerschmitt that just don't give a fuck. That your hurt feelings are your hurt feelings, and as long as it wasn't a direct attack and intent is involved, then fuck your feelings. Yeah, simply help other people. And that's always been my philosophy. I don't care if you're of a different thought of mine, as long as you're not an asshole. If you're a nice person, you're a good human being, I'll help you, whatever you need. I'm not going to be all pissed off if they love Trudeau or if they think Carney's like the greatest thing that's ever happened in Canada. As long as you don't shove it down my throat. Only my husband can do that. I don't care. I will help you. Yeah, super self-absorbed, selfish, and downright fascist. That's the other word that I think I've seen it diminish online, because being called a fascist has absolutely no weight to it anymore. No one cares, because the definition of fascist has been misused just to call people names. It's like the word racist. Being called a racist now, no one cares. No one cares, because you know deep in your heart you're not. And the cancel culture has diminished to the point where if you overuse a saying, it's gonna lose its weight, its power. And it's like the boy who cried wolf and eventually got eaten by a wolf. It's like, my dude, if you're gonna scream wolf all the freaking time, no one's gonna care. Let's see. And T-Zone says Christianity is just Judaism for Goyim slaves. It's built on the framework of Judaism and the Torah. Our ancestors knew better. I'm not going to get into a theological debate with the chat tonight, but Christ's presence on our earth was fulfillment of the prophecy in the Old Testament, and the price was paid. I can't stand Jeets, but if someone needed drastic help and I was there, of course I would jump in and do so. I would bathe in bleach afterwards, but I would still help. Exactly. You help. We're humans. Yeah. And Jewish morality, not empathy. You have been conquered theologically. Let's see. Hate against identifiable group. The government decides what is hate. That's exactly what I was saying, KJV, is the government decides, number one, what the identifiable group is, and number two, what hatred towards that group is. So it used to be that I was a protected group because I'm female. Well, I'm no longer a part of that protected group. So violence towards me or something coming from my mouth is considered hatred because I'm put on that oppression stack intersectionality hierarchy in a much lower tier. It's fuck your feelings. Exactly. None of it matters. Let's see. None of it matters except being Christian. That's all they care about. In the end, you're their slave who will do nothing. Not sure what he's talking about. Christ is a Jewish rabbi myth and a spin-off cult is Christianity. Oh, we can talk about cults. Yeah, Rules for Radicals. I don't know if you guys have read Rules for Radicals, but essentially is your job is to collapse into every debate fallacy that is out there. So you name call, you attack the person's character, you don't debate their ideas or their points or anything like that. You gish gallop and give them too many topics to cover so they can't answer your questions. You bring forward things that have nothing to do with the debate. You Mott and Bailey them. You give them one example and then argue another. It's a way of twisting people's words and twisting people's ideals, and then clip culture, getting clips for the internet where you haha owned the libs or even haha owned the Trump supporter. Like I saw because I'm old, I'm on Facebook, but I saw on Facebook the derogatory term for somebody who's interested in Alberta separation is a seppy. Oh, those idiot seppies. I'm like, what the fuck's a seppy? And then I had to actually kind of think about it because I didn't know what they were talking about. But apparently that's one that they're using now gleefully to try and hurt people's feelings over being someone who's interested in separation. Let's see. Halifax police. So Kat got your tongue. Welcome. Thank you for showing up tonight. Chantel will be here. She's supposed to be here like 5-10 minutes ago. Where the fuck is she? We heard Halifax police arrested an East Indian fellow trying to abduct a 16-year-old girl. This was the third time he tried this, and the cops caught him this time. Well, good. They should catch somebody who's trying to abduct children and maybe deport them, like the Canadian lady who slapped a child. Abduct, yeah. I gotcha. Hey, Guido Samurai, thank you for showing up. Yes, Chantel is going to show up eventually. I keep promising. And I think, let's see, did I get a message from her? Nope, not yet, but that's okay. Let's see. If Holly were gish galloping, would we even know? Yeah, because I'd be throwing too many topics at you while asking you questions. That's how you gish gallop. And Guido Samurai says all lore is real. I think I do believe that every story that has been passed down has some modicum of truth in it. There's some sort of lesson in the stories that we've passed down from generation to generation. Yeah. Probably, and she better freaking not be and leaving me hang out to dry with you guys, but I think we're doing okay. Dudes are in Halifax, not just North Preston's finest. So we're going to move on. I've got another topic here that I wanted to talk about. It's fun, though. This was my like fun topic for the night. So I'm going to have to pull that out of my shorts until Chantel shows up. I'm just going to send her a message real quick. Do you guys want to just hold on a sec? I'll play you a video. Let's see. Let's do one of our favorites.
Say if I told you I was mentally retarded, will you believe me? Will you turn away? There are 6 million mental retarded Americans who need to be helped, who can't be helped. Who's helping? The ARC, the Association for Retarded Citizens. They helped me. Yes, I am mentally retarded. Build the ARC. When you give help, you give hope.
And I fully support that. Build the ARC. Help people that need help. All right, so I sent her a message. Who the frick knows where she is? So we talked about this last week briefly. The guy that got attacked by a buffalo. Freaking amazing. Oh, come on.
Even though I was on the ground, he could have stomped me, he could have gored me, could have done anything. They move faster than you could ever imagine. He just kept coming and he was more aggressive. And as soon as he got off that tree, he launched me in the air. I didn't get bruises from him launching me in the air. It was the landing that came the problem.
It's actually broken in multiple pieces, and you can see some fragments here, and there are fracture and break lines right through that.
I always felt safe and secure. I wasn't ever terrified. And you have to remember, I'm 1,500 miles from home in an area where I'm busted up and can't get up and leave. I could not give them more glowing reviews. They were amazing.
I'm just sending the message from Guido Samurai. Guido Samurai says, hurry TF up. There you go. Yeah. So let's see what is in the chat here. Did you see that JF is looking for women and taking applications? Okay. So T2AV159, he's always doing that. He was taking applications when he met Alora. Then when Alora decided that she didn't want to be with him anymore and she left for a little bit, he did that Wheel of Fortune thing, or that, what is it called? It was a wheel thing where he was getting applications from women that wanted to be inseminated by him while she was gone. She came back. And then as soon as she disappeared, he was doing applications. Like just a little while ago, he was looking for Asian women. This is a thing that he's done his whole career. So yes, I've seen everything about that. He does it every effing time. He's a breeder. He wants to breed. He's looking for young, hot breeders. I don't know. A weirdo. Police need to start making more patrols. Walmart in New Brunswick. Another mall in Cape Breton was set on fire. Really? Oh, and then random from KJV. I worked with a lineman that him and his wife were into nude baking. So Chantel baking a cake with her man friend could possibly be a thing. That actually does tie into our cake/sex cult thing. I know I'm not going to bake nude. What was that Tard clip? That is an actual advertisement from when I was younger, where there was the ARC, and they fundraised to help support people that were mentally disabled to live fulfilling and happy lives, where they would provide housing and support, and so it was a good thing. They took care of them instead of just pretending that everything's okay and letting them out in the world. Anyway, did they fry bacon nude? That's the first thing I thought of, is cooking nude. Don't cook bacon, especially cheap bacon that has lots of water in it. If you cook nice, expensive bacon, or bacon you make yourself, it's not that bad because it doesn't spit as much. But yes, so now he's one with the buffalo. That buffalo clip and the buffalo guy, what a man. I couldn't, I remember watching the clip and feeling scared for him, but they were at a reasonable distance, not knowing how fast the buffalo can actually move to attack you. And the buffalo was resting. It wasn't being aggressive until it was. It's a wild animal. It's probably going to attack you. But they were at a safe distance. They were in the trees. He went out to take the picture, and the buffalo just decided to fuck this dude, and he went after him. And the guy doesn't blame the buffalo at all. And to me, best reaction ever. Yeah, he flung me up in the air, and I have no bruises from his massive head and horns and other buffalo things. Just, it was hitting the ground. So the fall's not what kills you. It's the ground. Yeah, he likes women that are not of high intelligence or damaged, which is sad. Let's see. FYI, I saw the other day that there are 2 others in PEI with the same last name. We have the Telegram channel. Let's see what the banner is, or if we still have it on here. We have a Telegram channel that ties to our conversations about JF and all of the information that we've pulled together about him. It's public. If you go to the Telegram t.me/Real Housewives of Alberta, we can forward you from there to the Telegram channel about JF. There's a lot. And that's, of course, everything from day one all the way through. All of the information, everything that's been pulled together, everything. So, yeah, that was real. Advertisements when I was little were wild. So, yeah. Let's see. Do we have any Jeremy or Alex porn? No. No. What? Maybe Chantel has that. We'll have to ask her when she freaking shows up. Oh, here we go. So, announcement here, breaking news on the Real Housewives of Alberta. Rumor is that Ginger Midget is being watched by police in Pictou. Hasn't he always been, though? That was kind of my understanding, that he was always under investigation. Yeah, that's what I like about that video, the ARC videos, because she's really pretty, and it kind of makes me want to like take care of her and make sure she's okay and lives a good life. She's got pretty privilege. So, and Guido, we should definitely start filling out those applications for JF. Now, I want to go back to the buffalo. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is, how? 14 years ago. Are you ready? This is a classic. We're going to get it stuck in your head.
One day the guy on the buffalo was cruising around through the plains, seen a bear, and he thought to himself, oh man, I gotta get away from the bear. Hope he don't chase, oh no, he's gonna chase me. Oh no, I better just turn around and chase him back. 'Cause guess what? I'm on a buffalo. Guy on a buffalo. Hey bear, bet you didn't know you was chasing a guy on a buffalo. Look out, just watch him go. Guy on a buffalo. Oh no, it's a guy on a buffalo. Guy on a buffalo. One day the guy on the buffalo was riding around through the forest. He didn't see that Indian guy crouching down, and he popped off a shot. Bang! Fell off the buffalo. Buffalo took off running while the Indian was still reloading. The guy on the buffalo snuck up behind him with a pistol. He was like, hey, better watch what you're doing. Bam! Guy on the buffalo. Break your gun on the stump. On the buffalo guy, we'll step on your foot. Ouch! Don't wake up. Oh, you don't want to mess with the guy that's riding on a buffalo. Hey, Indians, from now on, don't shoot at the guy.
I love Guy on a Buffalo. Please tell me you guys have heard that before. I remember my son showed that to me, and we would play it in the car. So when, there we go, for comedic entertainment purposes only. Oh my God, there's a guy in Alberta that rides buffalo. I know that there's a guy that has moose, and he rides the moose, but I'm going to have to look up the buffalo guy. And so I'm going to scroll back up here a little bit. There's some juicy information, which I was showing during that video. Oh, say we got to start the rumor just to watch him skeeve out. So apparently Jeremy is linked to a perv pedo that is wanted in the USA since 1998. Is that the one that got arrested, who was a part of, I can't remember if it was the SSE or the group before that, but there was a pedophile. We talked about it in a previous stream that was arrested, and there's videos of him and Mackenzie hanging out together. So it's not new news that those type of people are hanging out. So it's the same pedo up on SA charges in the Shuby Reserve area, and he just moved into Jared's hometown. And Von D shared this breaking news. I heard Jared and Alex banged in Calgary, took some shit and just started making out and then banging. What do you take that makes you want to do that? Crystal meth? I don't know. Weird. So yeah, trafficking minors off the reserves. It doesn't matter what color, what stripe, what political affiliation you are. Those kind of people are garbage, and they should be fed into a wood chipper on low, feet first. And I will stand by that until I die. And if that's hateful, C9, anti whatever comment that I think pedophiles should be harmed hatefully, then it's a hill I die on. And I think a lot of people agree with me. I don't know who Fast Face is. Okay, Bundy. Totally have to look that up. Okay, Three Hills Buffalo guy. Oh my God. See, actually, oh my God, you guys. Yeah, anyone that harms children, if they provide children, if they harm children, if they, fetal alcohol syndrome. Sorry, cat. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I want the death penalty in the most painful and slow process. I don't want any humane. I don't want an injection where they quietly fall asleep and then die and their heart stops, or even firing squad. That's a little too quick for me. Hanging, too quick. That's why I say wood chipper, feet first, on low. Okay, so yeah, there's a real guy in a buffalo. Where is this? Okay, I gotta show you guys. And he looks like the guy that got hit by the buffalo. What is it with the older guys with the gray beards and that build? Let's see. Rick Gunn is the descendant of Alvin Gunn and Eva Gunn. Eva was previously married. Blah, blah, blah. Look at him on his buffalo. And there's Rick Gunn. That's... Oh my God. You guys, field trip. Let's go find the guy in the buffalo. I don't know why that makes me so happy. Okay. Yeah, see. Three Hills, District of Bighorn, number 8. Near Two Heart Mountain. So Rick Gunn was born in Banff, Alberta. He's known as the cowboy that rode the buffalo. He grew up on the Rafter 6 Ranch and is with his 2 other sisters. Did the sisters ride the buffalo? Are we equal opportunity buffalo riding? They did guiding tours throughout the Kananaskis country area, well-known name in the hunting world and an outfitter for many years. These interviews, Rick shares many childhood stories about his father, Alvin Gunn, and living life in the MD of Bighorn. Freaking guy in a buffalo. I don't know why that makes me so... And the sisters were buffalo magnets, too. Is that a derogatory comment? Yeah, like even just the concept of training a buffalo to ride on them, I don't know. Those things are massive. Just east of me where I am now, there's a buffalo ranch. Like there's the buffalo farm and they sell buffalo products, I guess you can say. And those things are freaking massive. And country people are a lot smarter than city people, but city people do end up out here. And they've got the fence, the barbed wire and everything like that. They've had to put up bigger fencing because people will come up from the city and they'll see the buffaloes and they'll want to take pictures with these like thousands of pound angry creatures that can flip you in the air and jump from a prone position and go up and attack you. Yeah, they are pretty much cattle, and they're more domesticated than cows are. But it's, in my opinion, it's the same thing as a wolf dog. Like when you have a crossbred wolf dog, they still have wild in them that cannot be controlled. So, gotta be careful around them. And guys, we know how I feel about buffalo, especially guys on a buffalo. Yeah, so to tame a buffalo, you have to be a badass. And guy on a buffalo, and guy who got flipped 8 feet in the air and survived and is totally fine with the fact that the buffalo did that. Badass. Oh yeah, I've actually been to Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump. The way they hunted them and corralled them and got them to like fling themselves off the cliff and then just collect the bits at the end of it. That's an, oh yeah, wolf dog, 100-pound female. Those dogs, I've met a few wolf dogs in my life, and those dogs, the way they look at you is they know. I don't know how to describe it. They're so incredibly intelligent, and they are so powerful, and they know. And I think that's the thing that's the scariest about them is they know. They know that they can kill you and eat you, and they decide not to. And being around a creature like that is a little scary. It's like when, as a woman, when you find a man that's a warrior in a garden, not a garden at war, or a gardener at war. When you find a man that is capable of extreme violence, and he chooses not to. It's an interesting feeling. Yeah, KJV. They know you're on the menu. They decide not to because they like you. Let's see. Gypsy Vanner horses are just as cool. Gypsy Vanner are, so in Alberta we have the wildies, like the wild mustangs and the stallions and the horses and stuff like that that hang out west of Calgary near Morley, and those are wild, and those stallions will kick your ass. But a lot of times people will be hiking or whatever, and like a herd of wildies will show up, and the stallion will be standing there watching you to make sure that you're okay. And as long as you be still and you're okay and you don't freak out or do something stupid, they're fine, and they just move along because they know they can stop you to death like they would a pedophile. Yeah, never look a wolf dog in the eyes. That's what I'm talking about. It's like what are those cats? Sengels. They're like a super large spotted domesticated cat. They know. So, yeah, well, because your lady dog there, she decided that they were her pups, and yeah, they were definitely the safest kids. Oh yeah, there's wildies all over, which is a wonderful part of Canada, is we have so much land that we can actually have wild horses. Though I don't think we have any wild buffaloes. So anyway, guys, that is all the topics that I have any knowledge about. Let's see. Sorry, I was just about to wrap it up. I saw this comment. Yeah. Something. Oh yeah, Maine Coons, they're big, but they're so sweet. But there's a lot to be said for being with a very masculine, very capable, potentially dangerous, but decides not to. No, kind, I guess I could say, man, as a woman. And there's an old love song about how what's the lyrics? It's the woman in you that brings out the man in me, and it's true the other way too. So as someone that has grown up to be a modern woman, to be a strong independent woman, finding a man that lets me sit comfortably in my femininity, but yet embraces the fact that I am capable, but I don't have to be. It's a very interesting feeling to have a man that tells you to shut the fuck up when you're being stupid. It hurts your feelings a few times, but it's a comfortable place to be because you know that your man is in control. I will never not giggle at Maine Coon cat. No comment. So anyway, guys, I am so sorry that our friend here, Rocky, has not shown up. Yeah, I guess she's having issues with her internet. There are things going on that she can't get to the live stream. So I'm very sorry, you guys, you had to deal with me all night long. But thank you for sticking by me, and thank you for your chats. I really do appreciate it. And I just wanted to give my appreciation for everybody who shows up every Tuesday for us. We don't have a huge audience, but we do have a faithful audience. And it makes me feel loved, even though it's parasocial. And I'm sure I'll actually meet some of you guys one day here. Let's see. I learned something about horses recently. They thrive based on merit and accomplishments. They are made to work. The minute they don't have anything to accomplish, yeah, it's true. Like that's true. That's true about humans too. That if you don't have a purpose, you just slowly die. It just brought something to mind. I love pigeons. I think they're so cute, and I think they're really pretty birds. If you actually really look at a pigeon, you see their iridescent feathers, and you see their cute little faces. Pigeons were systematically bred to exist with humans. They were a means of our communication. They were companions. We used to breed them to show them. And we genetically modified them to go away and come back to us, to home. And when when communication evolved to the point where we could do it electronically through Morse code or through letters or anything like that, and the carrier pigeon no longer was needed, we as humans, we cast them out. And those pigeons kept breeding with each other, but yet living amongst humans, being dependent on us for scraps and food. That's why you find pigeons in places that are heavily occupied by humans, because deep down in their breeding, they need to be around us. Now, I know a lot of people that hate them and they shit all over the place and they spread disease, not as much as rats, but they spread disease, blah, blah, blah. But we've made these creatures into dependents, and yet we just threw them away. And that's why, you know, people that breed homing pigeons and stuff like that, homing pigeons are just doing what they're bred to do. So without purpose, these poor birds are aimless, and it's our fault. I don't know. That's my rant about pigeons. So yeah, they're messengers. And you know, you watch the videos of like the dealers and the gangsters and stuff like that always had pigeons, or in New York as well, where they always had a flock of pigeons on the roof, and they had pet pigeons. They took beautiful care of them, and they trained them to basically deliver their drugs for them. But those pigeons are super happy because they have a purpose and they have a job. Because that's what we bred them to do. Oh, Cat Got Your Tongue did an online, or is doing an online poll. Do you want an online poll? To change Donald Best's name to Donald Worst. Like they demanded Stockwell Day to change her name to Doris Day. Oh, and apparently Von D said that there are a certain religious group that love pigeons in New York City. That's something that the Jews and I have in common. So, let's see. So none of my old horses were sad about retiring and going out to pasture, and my drafts were used for everything down to plowing the driveway. So they do, like, once they get to a certain age where their bones are tired and they're old, just like us humans, it's time sometimes to just go eat grass. I'm not going to eat grass, but there's a time to go and relax. Let's see. Coevolution is a heck of a drug. Yeah, it's incredible. Like sheep, plural of sheeps. We genetically modified, well, through breeding, sheep whose wool continuously grew. And I'm not a sheep expert, but there are breeds of sheep that will grow their fleece and they'll shed it. Like it'll actually grow to a certain point. It'll break off at the follicle and it will shed. But humans decided that because it gets all matted and bad and it's really hard to card and clean and to make fibers with it, they didn't want the sheep just shedding wherever, so they'd have to go out and collect it, and that was more cleaning and more work. They bred the sheep that didn't shed, so their wool continuously grows, so they have to be shorn or they'll die. And I went through a phase where sheep shearing videos and hoof trimming videos were my bedtime routine because it was so cathartic to watch and relax. But we've done that to sheep. Sheep are 100% reliant on us to keep them alive by removing their coat that we make them grow. So be kind to animals, especially wolf dogs. They'll eat you. Oh, doves. Doves are just white pigeons, in my opinion. They're just prettier pigeons. Can you swing? Oh, probably. Let's see. Holly, do you remember about 3 years ago? Yes. Yeah. Before they started killing the geese and going into the streams and hand catching the salmon with gill nets and stuff like that. Yep. Sheeps. I'm gonna say sheeps. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for this evening. Chantel had a whole bunch of stuff set up, but I do have some palette cleansers that I wanted to show. We get so caught up in the politics and hating people, like hating the left and all that stuff, and the ethnic invasion of a nation, all of that stuff. Here's what I'm actually really scared of.
This morning, a terrifying close encounter between a great white shark and some unsuspecting children swimming off the coast of Southern California. Watch as drone video shows that 10-foot shark wading extremely close to multiple young swimmers who seem completely unaware that the predator is just feet away. One of them even waves at the drone as the shark draws closer.
I don't normally get really excited or really nervous because I've seen it play over and over, but when it involves young adults, kids, I do get nervous, and this shark was a lot bigger than those kids.
Carlos Gana documents shark behavior, and he was controlling that drone from more than a mile away.
This shark has a tendency to get close to people, but on this day, it really made me nervous. My heart was pounding.
And this is just one of several recent shark sightings along the California coast. Last month, this chilling video of a shark following behind a surfer near Santa Cruz. In Santa Monica, a shark approaching a pair of paddle boarders.
I saw all of that, the splash. That was a scary moment. As soon as I saw the shark, I just started telling Kayla, like, I'm not going to tell you what I saw, just go back to shore. It felt like it was 2 feet away from me, and it felt like we stared at each other for a second.
And earlier this year,
Big River Beach for a male shark attack.
this Northern California surfer was the victim of a shark bite.
And I just started kind of pushing it and batting it on the nose, trying to free myself from it. And then eventually it let go.
Sharks are popping up in the east, too. Some New York and New Jersey beaches have been closing during sightings. This hammerhead spotted off Long Island and a massive 14-foot great white off the coast of North Carolina.
Warming water pushes bait closer to shore, and that bait then brings sharks closer to shore where people are. And it may be possible that people are encountering those sharks more often than they normally would. That doesn't necessarily mean there's greater risk of being bitten.
Now, the drone operator in this most recent encounter said that shark had what appeared to be an injury from a boat collision that could be contributing to its behavior while it was swimming defensively. Thankfully, it did turn away into the water and left the kids alone. But crazy, especially when they had no idea they were so close.
Yeah.
Quite an image.
Yeah, jaw-dropping video.
So sharks have been sighted off the east coast of Canada too. So all of you guys out east coast, please be careful. Don't get sharked. Don't get sharked. But the nice thing is sharks don't like the taste of human. They grab onto you and just punch them in the nose. You'll be okay. And to wrap this up, here's one of my favorite moments of a person that is in a desperate need of help. Please, prayers that this person finds their way.
Stop mass tickling me!
What's the problem?
Why do you let those kids get away with this? They are not supposed to be here!
If you don't lower your voice, I am going to put handcuffs on you and I'm going to take you to a Baker Act facility. You lower your voice.
Try it.
Are you threatening me? Can we get another unit to deal with Jay Lee here? He is having a breakdown.
Say! Just say the right pronoun!
What'd you say?
7351.
Get down on the ground right now.
No!
You're about to get sprayed.
No,
get down on the ground right now.
Leave me alone!
I can come in there.
Leave me alone, please!
Okay, are you going to calm down?
I want to be away from him.
It's too late now. It's too late now. He's going to be taken away.
Say!
Bailey, you need to stop.
It's taken.
I just want to get away from him.
I understand that.
He needs
Say! Stop mass tickling me! Just say she!
Alpha 73.
Please step in. Watch your head.
Do not push me.
Makes me really sad what our kids are going through. The indoctrination that they put into it. It's the same with the young lady that slapped a child earlier on in the stream. She has been indoctrinated and suffers from TDS to the point where we can't live in society with these people anymore. Open water scares shit out of me. What lies beneath? Cthulhu. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much again for joining me today. I am so sorry that the star of the show, Chantel, wasn't available this evening. But again, appreciate your support. Appreciate the audience that shows up for us every evening. Please like the stream. Please leave comments. We love the comments. It doesn't matter if you think we're full of bullshit or if you enjoy. Anyhow, please take care. Make mental words great again. Good final words. Take care of yourselves. Take care of people that you love. Take care of each other. And grow a garden. And go touch grass. That's what I'm going to go do. Thank you, Von D. I had a couple things to talk about, but not the main topic. So, and thank you guys. Do appreciate you. Like and share. Peace out. Have a great evening, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Maybe the next step in your healing journey is to go around calling people fucking cunts. That is all for today's therapy session. I'll see you next Tuesday.